Right, let's start today's session. So this is the first session, Python full stack web development session. Python full stack web development. Okay. First of all, I would like to discuss what subjects are there in Python full stack web development. And if you want to become a full stack web developer in Python, you must and should learn all these subjects. First subject, Python, and next one, Django. Next one, REST API. Fourth one, Flask. Fifth one, UI basics, that are HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, and then Bootstrap. And last one, MySQL and SQLite 3. These are the total 6 subjects you must and should aware if you want to become a full stack developer in Python. Here, only one language you are going to learn, that is called Python. And remaining these 3, Django, REST API, Flask, are frameworks, not programming languages. To learn these frameworks, Django, REST API, Flask, you must and should aware of Python only. Because these frameworks are implemented or designed by Python language through. If you are aware of Python, then we can go with Django framework, REST API, Flask is there. So to learn Python frameworks, Python is the prerequisite programming language. And to learn Python, there is no prerequisite language, not required. So people may ask like that, to start Python learning process, is there any requirement like the person should have already knowledge on C++ means? I can say no. So who don't have any prior knowledge of programming like C or C++, then easily we can able to start learn Python only. Because Python is completely, it's a basic language. To learn this basic language, you need not to have any other basic language idea like C, C++. But if you have an idea about C, C++ already, no problem at all. Okay. Yeah. So one language, that is Python, 3 frameworks, Django, REST API, Flask. And this is UI basics. Means generally in web development process, do you want to design any websites or web pages? Compulsory UI technologies are required. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, Bootstrap, all. With this UI technologies, we can design the pages. Okay. With the frameworks and Python language, we will write some logics, means code. But compulsory in the full stack development, we need to store customer data or client data in somewhere, permanent location, that is MySQL as well as SQLite 3. These are the database. So once you will have the knowledge on programming language and frameworks and design tools and database knowledge, all these areas, then you will become a full stack developer. Okay. So that means once you will get a job on full stack development, your role will be decided by company only. So most of the student ask me, should I involve every day like Python, Django, REST API class? No. Your role initially design which role, like Python role or Django role or REST API role. You have to continue with that role. Then why they'll hire that Python full stack developer means in case in further any new projects is going to be handled, that project is related to Flask or REST API, your resource is enough to handle them. They need not to hire some other persons to fulfill their requirement like REST API, Flask or something. So once you enter into the company as a full stack developer, your resource can be used or utilized in any aspect. That is what full stack developer role. But there are some best opportunities are there in full stack development. I'm not speaking about Python full stack development. Even if you go for Java or .NET, full stack developers are having huge demand right now because the person who is having multiple knowledge, obviously best option to get a job. Or if you are exclusively related to Python developer, but you don't know how to handle with Django, REST API, Flask and all, only Python role, Python projects or application role, whatever it is running in the company, your role, your job is secure. Once Python project has completed, then furtherly they'll take up Django project or REST API project. Your role will not be suitable. Obviously, you must lose the job or you will be in the bench. Okay, that is the process actually. Let's talk about complete each and every subject purpose actually. Because before going to start learn full stack development process, each subject purpose you must and should aware. What is that and what is the use of that? Then it will be easy to start learning. See, sir, as I said that here in this total 6 subjects, Python is only one language remaining now. And moreover, here Python core and advanced I am going to cover. Core and advanced. Core means what? Basic Python. Like variables, data types, okay, functions, modules, data structures. These are all under comes into core, basic Python. Advanced means like object-oriented programming principles and multi-threading, file handling, regular expression, database communication, all huge topics will under comes into advanced Python. If you are looking for only core and advanced Python, the duration of the course is 2 months. Up to 2 months means 50 to 60 days it will take time to complete. Only Python if you are looking. Or if you are looking for complete full stack development subject, means along with frameworks, along with UI basics like designing, along with the databases, MySQL and SQL. Okay. So it will take 4 months duration to complete. Full stack means 4 months duration. Only Python means up to 2 months, 50 to 60 days it will take to complete. Okay. And I'm giving clarity. Who should go with only Python core and advanced? And who should go with complete full stack development? Excuse me. See, sir, if your requirement is after learning Python, you are looking for DevOps or AWS or data science or data analysis or AI, ML. In this area, if you are looking your career, go for only Python. That's enough. Because data science, data analysis, AI, AWS, DevOps are compulsory required prerequisite knowledge of Python. If you know about Python, then you can easily handle them. But some people are not looking at data science or some other tools like DevOps or AWS. If you want to become a full stack developer, go for all the subjects related to full stack. Depends on your requirement, you have to choose correct one. And even after learning Python like 2 months core and advanced, if you are comfortable in the coding, you feel it's easy to manage. That means you can extend later frameworks learning process also you can start. Initially, no need to decide to take full stack development. So you can also decide after learning Python as per your comfortable level, you can go and extend the framework learning process. That's also possible. Okay. Yes. And next, we'll start discussion of each and every subject purpose. As I said, in this all subjects, only one language, that is Python. What is Python means? Python is a programming language. Python is a programming language which is used to write coding part for the application development. See, sir, in any software application development with Python, compulsory we need to write some logic. For that logic, we need to use programming language. That I'm using Python on because it is Python full stack development. For example, Java full stack developer, what language they'll use? Java. .NET full stack developer, what language they'll use for writing code? C#.NET, like that. So we are in Python full stack development. Everywhere, whatever the logic you are going to write, that logic is in Python standards only. It's a programming language which is used to write coding part for the application development. Complete logic, okay, development logic we are going to write using Python. Next subject is Django, right? So Django is not a programming language, already I said. Then what it is? Django is a framework. It's not a programming language. What is the use of this framework? Which is used to, it is used to develop the web applications. Web applications, do you want to develop in full stack development of Python? Compulsory Django framework is required. Without this framework, you can't develop web applications. Okay, web application means online. Flipkart, Amazon, service-oriented applications or banking applications or financial applications, e-commerce website, all we can design by using Python with Django. And strictly remember, to start learn Django, compulsory Python is the prerequisite subject. Without Python, we can't go for Django. There is a extension is there. That's what my fully focus on after introduction of Python or this full stack development course. My fully focus on 50 to 60 days Python only. Once you will be good at Python, then I'll start Django lectures. So it is a framework which is used to develop web applications. Okay, yeah, let me tell you, sir, what is framework? I'm coming to that point. So Django is a framework which is used to develop the web application. First, what is web application means? The application which will provide the services over the web or internet. Over the web or internet is called web application. Simple. The application which will provide services over the web or internet is called web application. And to start with Django, Python is the prerequisite language, I said, right? Why? Because Django is completely written in which language? Python language. Django is completely written in Python language. Yes, that's what, to learn Django, first Python is the prerequisite subject. So Django is a Python-based web development framework. It is a Python-based web development framework. See, sir, there are three frameworks are there: Django, REST API, Flask. Again, what is framework actually here? What is framework? Simple. Framework is a collection of libraries. Each library contains built-in classes. Each class contains built-in methods. Each method contains built-in functionality. The moment when we download Django framework and install in your system, automatically the plenty of libraries which are really suitable to develop web application, that all libraries will be installed in your system. So that libraries you have to access. How to access those libraries? To consume or access those libraries of Django, we need one language that is called Python. By using Python, we can access those libraries. So it is a collection of class libraries or libraries. Also, framework contains the set of rules and specifications. See, sir, Django developers, they have used in the development of Django framework, they are making some set of rules and specifications. According to the rules and specifications only, we have to follow. And based upon the rules and specifications, we have to development of web application. You can't cross the rules. Okay. So you will understand what are the rules and specifications in the process of development of Django applications. So framework is nothing but it's a built-in class libraries. Each class contains built-in methods. Each method contains functionality. Means these, I can say, frameworks are nothing but ready-made resources libraries. Ready-made resources means what? Already they are giving us some libraries. Directly we can use it. No implementation from our end. Imagine that there is no framework. There are no libraries. As a developer, you have to develop libraries and use it. Obviously, it will take a lot of time, right? Development time is compulsory. You need to spend some time. Again, you have to use some libraries in the usage. But that's not correct. Django offer built-in libraries. As a Python developer, you can directly consume it or access it directly without implementing anything. So programmer time is not going to waste. Development cost will be reduced. All ready-made resources are there, ready to use. That's what we should not feel burden in the development of Django web applications. Okay. So this is the Django purpose. Without a Python language, you can't go for Django framework. Okay. Remember, in the Django development, we will cover 2 to 3 hands-on projects. Okay. After completion of Python as well as Django, we will implement complete projects development also. That projects, 2 to 3 projects, you can keep in your resume to claim that you have coding knowledge as a fresher. But if you are putting any experience, like 2 to 3 years experience, I don't recommend these projects which I'll discuss in your resume. Because in the real time, what will happen? Every experienced candidate must and should mention their roles and responsibilities in the resume instead of putting your projects, hands-on projects development. Because the person already claiming that I have work experience in a previous company, right? In the previous company, what was his role? It has to be mentioned. But these projects, who should mention in their resume? Fresher. Because freshers don't really have the experience really. So they can claim that I have implemented my own code, this project development. If they'll ask any question related to, you can able to answer it clearly. That's fine. So many of the students ask me, I'm putting 2 to 3 years experience. Please suggest me 2 to 3 projects. Waste of time. Don't ask. You never put any projects or descriptions in your resume. Mind it. Because lack of knowledge, people are unnecessarily ask me like this one. Experienced candidates should give only roles and responsibilities of your previous companies. Based on that, they'll ask. Technically, they'll ask more questions undoubtedly because you have 2 to 3 years experience, right? As a fresher, how you can project yourself that I have coding knowledge means by keeping this hands-on projects. That's the correct process actually. Okay. Now, after learning Django, after Python, we will start Django, right? After learning Django, compulsory, one of the important framework you must and should learn that is called REST API. Most of the people, this will be ignored. I don't know why. Because without REST API, no real-time development is possible. I'll tell you the example. In our daily basis, we use some applications, right? Flipkart or Swiggy or Zomato, whatever it is. Whenever we start use Flipkart, if I select any product after that specification, when I click on buy now, the request goes to your concerned banking application for making payment. After that, making the credentials like username, password, amount or something, your bank application must be give the response to your flipkart.com website. Once response confirmation, then your payment successfully done. But you can observe closely here, 2 applications are communicating with each other. What are that? Flipkart as well as your banking application. Both are communicating. How they can communicate? There is no direct communication in real time. One web application to another web application. That communication always happen via API. Okay, so that's what it's mandatory to learn REST API framework, especially in Python full stack development, sir. Even Java full stack developer, you can ask them what they learned after web development, RESTful services or web services they used to call. It's must. Even .NET full stack developer, if you ask what they'll learn after development of web applications means web API. The subject names are different, but common service, roles and responsibilities are same. In our full stack development of Python, after learning of web development framework like Django, you must and should learn REST API also. Because without API, your Django application cannot communicate with other application, I'm saying. Yes, well and good. With Python script, with Django framework, you have developed web application ready. Why you are develop web applications generally? To provide services to our customers, right? How they can get the services. If they want to, if they can able to do transactions properly, then service is clear. If they are unable to do transaction, means that is not meaning that you are providing proper services to your customers using Django. So your Django web application is not in a position to communicate with other application, then waste of time to develop Django application. I'm saying after Django, what we have to do? REST API through we can generate APIs. Look at, sir, what is REST API? First, REST API is also a framework. REST API is also a framework. Okay. Yes. One second. Mr. Ravi Kumar, we can built in packages, we can download it, install it. Okay. First of all, if you want to use built-in packages, okay, you must install Django framework. If I don't install Django framework in your company, can you import it? Not. You can't import it, right? No. Django will come in the form of frameworks, which is lot of libraries. First, you have to download the framework and install. With that installation, the libraries are available. We can import it. Try Django development time without, don't install Django framework, try to import library, whether it is possible or not. That is difference of framework and direct packages. Packages, you can also create directly package with a lot of classes, your own package system that is. But most of the packages and libraries come from Django framework. Okay. Without using Django framework installation, plenty of libraries will not come across. Even you can see, if I don't install Python libraries, can I import directly? That's not possible, right? So installation is must. And that is what I'm saying. Now REST API is also a framework which is used to develop the APIs. What is REST here? See, sir, REST stands for representational state transfer. The state of the logic, it will be transferred from one application to another application. API stands for application programming interface. API stands for application programming interface. So API is a software tool. API is a software tool which enables the web application can communicate with other applications. This is the main purpose of API, sir. After completion of learning Python, after development of Django web application, your Django web application must and should communicate with other applications for doing transactions or providing services to your customers. Compulsory APIs you have to create. How to create API means by learning REST API framework compulsory. Okay. So it is a framework which is again Python based framework. To learn REST API, two subjects are prerequisite subjects. What are the? Python and Django. Compulsory. To learn Django, only one is prerequisite, Python enough. To learn REST API, Django, Python, both are required. Because your Django is a web application framework. Without web application with you, for what you are going to create APIs, right? So APIs we have to create for web application which is already available. So to learn REST API, there are two prerequisite subjects are there. One is Django as well as Python, compulsory, both subjects. Okay. Next, Flask subject is this. This is third framework which I am going to cover. In real time, most of the cases are using Flask only. Okay, even REST API also. But Flask is most of the people are asking to use in real time. Okay. Yeah. What is Flask? Let me show you. See, sir, Flask is a Python based Python based micro framework. Micro framework means it is a small framework and it is used to develop and it is used to develop. It is used to develop the single page web applications mostly. Single page web applications. Single page web application means some dashboard kind of things we can develop using Flask framework. It is a small framework in Python. Okay. Or else using Flask, we can develop microservices programming also. Yes. So using Flask, we can develop microservices programming as well as single page web applications or dashboard kind of applications we can develop using Flask. What is the difference between Flask and Django? Django can be used to develop medium scale or large scale applications like e-commerce, financial sector applications. Okay. And any type of big scale of applications development is possible in Django, but Flask small scale applications, very small. Micro means small. So it is used to develop single page or dashboard kind of applications. Dashboard in the sense only one web page we can do all activities, okay, without moving towards multiple pages and rendering along. So that's what Flask framework is required. And to learn Flask, only one language is required, Python. No Django, no REST API. It depends only Python because in the Flask development, we are going to write coding completely with Python language. So to learn Flask, Python is required. To learn REST API, Django and Python is required. To learn Django, Python is required. To learn Python, nothing is required. Okay. So totally, I explained as of now 4 subjects. What is what? Okay. One is Python. It's a programming language. Next one is Django, REST API, Flask. These are the frameworks which are implemented or developed by Python only. These are Python-based frameworks. Now, before going to explain about UI basics and MySQL and SQL, in full stack development, there are mainly we have to involve in 2 areas, sir. One is front-end development area. Front-end development. Next one is back-end development. Back-end development. Okay. Yeah. Tell me, sir, as of now, whatever I explained the subjects like 4. One language is Python. 3 frameworks are Django, REST API, Flask. These 4 subjects under comes into front end or back end. Just tell me, think it and tell me. Will it come under front end or back end? Let me give front end means only the user, whenever he visit the website, what he is going to see on the screen for the first time. That is front end, right? Tell me back end or front end? No, both. It's a back end only, correct. Okay, it's a back end. Not both, not front end. Why back end? You will never see any Python logic in the use of application. You never see framework logic in the use of application. Think about customer point of view. I'm a customer. I'm using Flipkart site. What I can able to see? Design. Can I see my logic of Flipkart? No. Can I see what framework they have used? No. Can I see even database? No, not at all. Database somewhere it is, server side. So these are all what backend. Behind the scenes, it's going to be work. So backend development need 3 things, sir. One is the language. What is that? Python. Next one is the frameworks. The frameworks. Okay, the frameworks. What are that? Django, REST API, Flask. These are the frameworks. And third one is the database. The database. The databases are, I'm going to use 2 database tools here, MySQL as well as SQLite. SQLite 3. Okay, so this is exactly database and frameworks and language all under comes into backend development. But what it will come in front-end development means only we can say that UI development process. Look at sir. UI. That UI only undercomes into front-end development process. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, Bootstrap, all. This simply HTML through we can design web pages. Okay. CSS means cascading style sheets. If you want to apply any extra styling for look and feel of your web page, then we can apply CSS. And HTML and CSS web page will be ready with styling, but no functionality. Do you want to make functionality or validations? Then go for JavaScript. JavaScript makes most of the cases client-side validation. JavaScript is important. And these are the basic UI technologies. HTML, CSS, JavaScript are the basic UI technologies. Sorry for the inconvenience. There is a network problem. Yeah. Now it's okay. Yes. These are UI technologies are front-end development purpose and back-end development purpose. We use one language and Django frameworks, REST API, Flask, and database. And here I need to talk about database MySQL. Generally, if you ask the Java full stack developer, their database is always Oracle, they'll say. That is a combination workout, sir. Okay. And if you ask .NET people or full stack developer of .NET, they'll use MS SQL, Microsoft SQL Server, because .NET is completely Microsoft framework and MS SQL is also Microsoft product. But most of the cases in real time of Python full stack development, we recommend to use MySQL. It doesn't mean that you should not use MS SQL or Oracle or MongoDB. No, all databases are going to work in Python. Multiple database connections also possible to work, sir. But including most of the development which is going to happen with all the subjects which I explained, you must and should aware of to become a full stack developer of Python. So this is basic introduction I cover. What is Python, Django, REST API, Flask, UI, and MySQL and SQLite database tools. These are all. So all the aspects you must and should aware, then you will become a full stack developer. Then I am asking the question, why Python? Okay, from now onwards, I'll focus on Python only, sir, up to 2 months. Because once you know about Python very well, with logically and syntactically, then it will be easy to handle Django framework and other framework. But my question, why many of them use Python nowadays? Why don't recommend Java or C#.NET normal usage now? Especially Python is popular for data science, AI, ML, machine learning like deep learning. There are so many data science tools are there. AI tools also there. All AI tools, most of Python. Available Python are used nowadays. Python, uh, compared to other language. It's very simple. Resume automatically. So Python syntaxes are very simple and straightforward. We don't write much more syntax in Python. For example, you can see if you want to add two numbers program, consider if it is Java language or any .NET language. We have to write class. We have to mention class name, open delimiter, close delimiter. Here we have to mention public, static, void, main, right? Main method it is. Open and close. And here declaring the variables A, B, C. And initialize the values. A value 10, B value 20, C value A plus B, like this. Very simple, right? If it is Java, system.out.println, the C I'm printing just now. This structure is common most of the languages. But in Python, you need not to write this many lines of code. It's a straightforward. I'll tell you, no class is required, no brackets are required, no main method required. Even in other languages, they might use string, args, command line arguments. These are all not required in Python, sir. The reason is, look at this. I'm opening one simple editor. Later, you will understand what is this editor. For time being, I'm opening this editor, ideally editor. Now here, to write Python program for adding two numbers, just simply C equal to A plus B. I'm writing expression, no declaration, nothing. See, we got down. How it is simple compared to other languages. Not even we can declare the variables A and B, sir. Directly also we can write 12 plus 23, 35 like this. It's simple. No declaration, no nothing, basic structure need to be followed. That's what most of the people are using Python. This is one reason. It's not a main reason. It's just because of easy language. Many of them are started to learn Python. No, that is not. Absolutely, I can say Python is very easy and straightforward language when compared to other languages. This is one reason. I'm just thinking about student point of view, why they are moving towards Python. But actual reason is what, once the moment when we install Python in our system, it provides plenty of libraries. Yes, lot of libraries will come and install. As I said that just now, libraries are built-in or ready-made resources. Directly you can use it and apply it. No need to implement from the scratch. But Python, whatever the libraries are offering, that other languages do not. Like C language, C++, C Sharp, Java. No. For example, if you are looking for data science learning process or AI learning process or DevOps or AWS, what they suggest you before start DevOps or AWS, data science, data analysis, Do you know Python? They'll ask first question. If yes means you can proceed. If no means go and learn Python. Why can't say go and learn Java? Why can't say go and learn C Sharp? No, because C Sharp, Java do not support the data science related libraries what Python can support. That's what it's having huge demand right now. Okay, visualization part, analysis part, rapidly we can do with Python language. So everywhere in Python in nowadays current trend, because you know how AI is completely occupied the scenarios. So in our lecture, okay, not only this all subjects which I mentioned, 6 subjects: Python, Django, REST API, okay, Flask, UI basics, SQLite. I'm going to use in our code optimization purpose some AI tools also I'm going to cover, sir. Because every developer must and should aware how to use the AI tools to make your code comfortability and optimization clearly. That's what all the AI tools I'm going to cover according to the requirement in some situations in our coding development. One is Chat GPT, and next one is Gemini. Next one is Claude. Next, Perplexity. These tools I'm going to cover so that you will be good at searching these all the things in these tools only. Any tools you can use, all are same result only, but everyone is having its own individual style to produce the result. But you better to aware of all these AI tools. Especially this Claude is very famous for data analysis and visualization. If you give your data or data sets, within fraction of seconds, it will make analyze and give the diagrammatic representation clear. I'll show you how to use these all AI tools along with this. And also important key libraries also I'm going to cover in our lecture in full stack development, key libraries. These are the key libraries along with Python subject. If you have knowledge on key libraries, these are very important. Everywhere they'll ask in interviews. Pandas, Python, data analysis programming, Matplotlib, mathematical plotting library, data visualization. Okay, Seaborn, these also analysis part. And the root cause of pandas and matplotlib Seaborn is NumPy, numerical Python. So these are the key libraries also I'm going to cover in our lecture, sir. Okay, this is complete basic introduction today. What I want to discuss, just consider this is a basic demonstration. And who are in online right now, still you have 3 more demo lectures. You can feel free to attend by using same link at 8 a.m. After 3 demos lecture over, then you can decide whether do you want to continue with, with my lectures or not. Okay. Yeah. You have any questions, you can feel free to ask me in the chat box so that I can assist you. Who are in online especially, please proceed from your end. jQuery is the advanced UI technology. See, sir, normal JavaScript through, if you write not function, if you have that function like 20 lines, jQuery through we can finish maximum 10 lines only. Half of the amount of code will be reduced. It's a libraries. Short form of writing JavaScript functions using jQuery. In old jQuery, we have to write everything manually as a developer, but in the old JavaScript, in jQuery, all JavaScript functionality making simplified, and they are giving us jQuery libraries. Directly we can add the link to HTML. You can perform the jQuery operations. And Bootstrap is the more powerful front-end development framework, which is commonly used in every web development. Bootstrap is the combination of CSS libraries as well as JavaScript libraries. Both combination is there. Functionality we can do, design also we can do with Bootstrap. Bootstrap rapidly I'm going to use in our Django web development. Any more questions? Please go ahead, sir, who are in online, if you have any question regarding this. And Every session is going to be recorded. The same session record I'll upload to your Google Drive, that is lifetime access the videos. Okay. There's full stack Python course. No matter if you are looking only Python, first 2 months you can travel with us. Only you are looking Python. Okay. After 2 months, do you want to extend full stack development? Go for completely Django REST API. Python with AI means, see sir, it is not AI development. That clarity I'm giving. While writing Python code, we are going to use AI tools, how to get the code and for optimization purpose. Generally, if we go for, if we give any command or prompt to the AI tool, that will give the result. But even that is giving the result means you should be in a position to understand that, right? So that's what we have to learn Python properly. Then start in the middle to use AI tools if we are having confusion in the coding part. It is not AI development. We are going to use tools, that's it, to make it easy our code in Python development. Yes, Mr. Ravi. You are moving towards data engineering means Python core and advanced is enough for you. Not required any frameworks and all. And I'm saying that every session is going to be recorded. After 4 demos completed, enrolled students, I'll collect the mail IDs from DURGASOFT. I can start share the video lectures to your Google Drive. And each and every subject related like Python, Django, all framework Python material like PDF also I'll share to you. Like this is the PDF material. Core Python, it is a basic Python, advanced Python, Django framework, Flask, REST API, all. PDF you will get. Recorded videos also I'll keep on upload daily basis in your Google Drive. Okay, in the middle we will conduct the test also. Means multi MCQs are there. We will distribute the papers. Or if you are online student, I'll post the question paper in to the Gmail. Then you have to write that exam and wait for the key disclosing in our WhatsApp group. Sir, no. No. That is multi-threading is. Check the syllabus copy once. Wait a minute, sir. Give me 1 second, sir. I'll give the clarity. See, sir, Python full stack development means you will have the total frameworks and database knowledge and designing knowledge also will get. Total 6 subjects are there in Python full stack development, right? Python with AI tools means only Python 2 months you have to attend along with AI tools with key libraries will be covered in Python course only. If you want to become a full stack developer, continue with Django, REST API, other frameworks also. Or you are looking only Python, then you can go for Python enrollment. So AI tools means we will not develop any AI tools. There are already existed tools how to use for coding purpose in our application development. You will get the knowledge of usage of ChatGPT. Nowadays, everybody is having knowledge, but not a problem. But how we can search Python related stuff with these tools in different result you will get, which is better, we can decide it. See, sir, first you must and should have the Python knowledge. After that, you have to start use AI tools. If AI is giving the code, then you should be in a position to understand, right? If I directly starts with AI tools, then AI only will give the result that you are not understanding without knowledge of Python. Why it is? So that's what I'll teach Python from scratch, basic to moderate to advanced level. After that, you will be in a position to understand what AI is giving to your code. So once you get a job, Your company people only, they'll assist you to use the AI to make faster code, right? That's what. That's nothing wrong. Yes, you are a developer, you are having capability to write your own code, but they'll not allow you to write your own code because time-based process. If you go through a search, it will give that according to requirement. Just you have to do a small adjustment. For that adjustment, you must have the knowledge on Python. What I mean to say, along with artificial intelligence, human intelligence also required. Without human intelligence, artificial intelligence do not work well as we're expecting. Okay, sir, it's time to leave. Any questions related again? I'm going to cover how to use AI tools with Python only. If possible, we will try to integrate with AI with our editors. That's what I'm saying, man. AI development, not it is. It is not called Gen AI. Gen AI means that is separate course. Development of AI, your own AI tools we can develop. Okay, sir. Thanks for attending this demo session. You can feel free to attend 3 more demo lectures with same link at same time. After that, you can decide. Okay. Have a nice time. See you tomorrow. Cost of this course, you can contact DurgaSoft, or else at the end of the session, our team will send the mail along with the demo lecture video, course content and fee structure completely. Okay. Wait for the mail. Yes.